Good evening, everyone. Now, the reason I've put this little bit of an edit to this video is as a bit of a caveat. I wasn't going to put this video up because it started out all right, then I kind of got a little bit confusing because I was struggling so hard to describe the feeling I was talking about. But I'm going to put it up because I think some of you will actually get it, and I think it's worth putting up. But one thing is, over the last few videos, I'm getting a little bit too deep and complicated, and that's not what this channel is about. I want this channel to be, because of the very nature of what I believe in, the very nature of what I want to talk about, it's all about simplicity. So I want the channel to be simple, easy to understand, relaxing, something you don't have to think too much about. And I think I'm going down a bit of a complicated road. And my subscriber figures reflect that, because I've lost quite a lot of subscribers over the last couple of months, which is no big deal. I don't want anybody hanging around if they're not getting something out of it. But I am going to put this up, but I promise in future, if you'll all just stick around with me and Molly, we're going to go back. I'm going to concentrate on making this channel somewhere you can come to relax, to just listen about the countryside, to just listen about a simple life and not get complicated, because I think I'm getting a bit dragged in to problems that are going on in the world, and even though I have views about that, this isn't the platform to air those views. So with that said, we'll carry on with the video, and I hope you enjoy spending the day with Molly and I. Cheers. Well, ladies and gentlefolk across the world, Easter is over now and we're back into the routine. Everybody's gone back to work, which means that I've got the place to myself again. Now, that might sound a little selfish to you, but this is how I feel. It's me fee-fees. There's nothing I can do about it. It's a kind of immutable characteristic. As most of you know, I love the countryside. It's very, very important to me. And I think it's one of the defining characteristics of my personality. And I think it's also given Molly a great experience in a long and fruitful life. And I think that there is something in everybody's life, there is something that defines your characteristic. There's something that makes you you, not just a collection of random things like proteins and neurons charging about all over the place, but things orbiting round a central sun, attracted by gravity. And for me, I think it's my love of the countryside. It doesn't have to be anything specific, but for me, I think it's my love of the countryside. And I think my love of the countryside and my love of a slower, more peaceful, quieter existence in nature has shaped other things in my life. I think it's shaped the kind of music I like, the kind of things I read, the kind of art I like, the kind of debate, my thoughts, my opinions, my characteristics, my character. I'm quite a passive, gentle person, and I think it's this love of the countryside that has formed everything. We can't just have a bunch of random feelings going round to form up our character. That would just lead to chaos and anarchy. We have to have a central hub, and that central hub needs to be nothing more than a feeling, than an emotion, because that's all my love of the countryside is. It's a feeling, an emotion. If I were to be passionate about living in the city, if I liked noise and hustle and bustle. I genuinely think that would be the feeling, the emotion that everything else in my life would orbit around. So I would probably, my whole character would be different. My whole character would be based around that emotion, that kind of speed of life. I would think differently, probably read differently, like different art, like different sports, debate, have different politics. And I think it makes us us. I know there's a lot of people on here live in fairly rural environments, and I can actually tell by the way you comment that you live there, and ergo you kind of have a different mindset. You have a mindset that suits that environment. And I also get messages of people that are I get comments that can be quite aggressive and confrontational, and I just get the impression, it may just be an impression, but I get the impression that that is just based around one specific characteristic, one specific emotion and part of the life. We aren't just all made up of random nonsense coming together to form a character. If we do, and if we are, we'll probably end up being the psychopath. But I don't think we are. I think we have this thing, there's a name for it, isn't there? Like your soul, like your personality, a core. And I think we all have a core emotion that defines us, and it makes us gravitate to people of the same. You can, I've got friends who I don't agree with about many things, but a lot of the things we kind of have in common because we just have this single characteristic that perhaps we want to be on our own, perhaps we want to be in the countryside. Just one little characteristic that is the sun, that is the central point that every one of our emotions orbits around. So if you choose to spend time in a peaceful environment, I honestly think it will rub off. I've been doing it for a long time, so I've had a long time for it to rub off onto the rest of my character. But I genuinely think it does rub off eventually and influences other things in your life, most things in your life, if not everything in your life. This one core thing, just one emotion, an emotion that we probably all have from birth. It's just the way our mind works. And like I say, so we're not just a jumble of emotions that are put together, because I don't think that would work. I think we have to have a theme. And my theme is the countryside. And your theme might be city, your theme might be motorsport, your theme might be the need for thrills. And if you have a need for thrills, the chances are that is just an emotion. It's not anything specific. You can't say, I've got this need for speed, this thrill, because it's not, there's no because in it, it's just there. And therefore, if you have that need for that kind of thrill, it will influence what you choose or what you're attracted to, because you've no control over that. You can't be attracted to something you're not attracted to. So I like the countryside, I like the peace and quiet, ergo I am attracted to things that run parallel with that. And if you like the need for speed, the need for thrill, the need for danger, you will live a totally different life. Your thoughts, the food you eat, the books you read, the music you listen to, it'll all be influenced by that. And that's what makes us all absolutely individuals. The way you interact with the world, the way you approach conflict and problems in your life, defines you and makes you. Look at all the prominent people in the world. Look at all the great thinkers. And they might have diverse opinions. And that means they've got diverse core attractions, diverse stimulants that is the core of their being and round which the rest of their life is built and accumulated. So what you like defines you, and this here defines me. And it's beautiful, and it's a beautiful morning again. Molly is in good spirits. The sun is coming in and out of the clouds over to my left in the east. It's up above the hills now. There's a tree, a large oak in the middle of the field to my left. And it's suddenly coming to leaf. And it looks fantastic. We're going under the trees now. And the trees, the leaves, the foliage has that young, very light green, vibrant look. As the summer comes on, it will darken and it will get more sturdy because it looks frail and ephemeral at the moment. The path is wet. It must have rained last night. But it's a great day. There's many, many birds singing all around us in the woodland. I saw some grebe yesterday for the first time on a reservoir. They were courting, facing each other, dipping their heads. It was wonderful. I loved that. The first grebe of the year is kind of a bit of a landmark to me. Yeah, I feel good this morning. And what a beautiful, beautiful day it is. We're going to sit on a bench for a couple of minutes now because Molly's had a bit of a walk, so we're going to give Molly a bit of a rest. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we shall see you on the flip. Peace and love.